Welcome everybody to Malone Stadium here at Louisiana Monroe, playing up against the Warhawks as we go on the road for the first time this season. Last episode, St. Thomas was able to escape with their very first win in their FBS era in the second season of this dynasty. But can we come against an FBS team and come out with a win? Hopefully we'll find that out, but we do get to kick first, so that means we may not have the ball start this game, but we will have the ball start the second half. But hey, let's go ahead and jump right into this game though. So now comes out Louisiana Monroe, home of the Warhawks, and first play of the game, it's a halfback screen to Jason Myers, who breaks the tackle but then gets to, looks like about the 30-yard line for a nice little 6-yard gain to get this thing going. Moving into no huddle though this time, Snyder's going to drop back. He's going to throw it to his left, but this time the Tommies defense is there to meet him. It's a loss of 4, which means now they'll be facing a long third down coming up. Can we get these guys to a 3 and out early on? You know, we about to find out. 3rd and 8, tight end goes into motion. Snyder's going to drop back again. He's going to scramble, and he's sacked! David Snyder gets sacked, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we actually force a 3 and out to start this game. How about these Tommies? You know, just a change from year 1 to year 2. As now the Tommies will be out on the field to start this game, and Kevin Stone makes a nice adjustment for a gain of 15. Next play, Jesse Walton. He's going to throw to Kevin Stone once again, and he's going to catch it this time for a gain of 7. Nice start for the Tommies so far. Can we keep it up though? As now 2nd and 3, Jesse Walton in the shotgun, dropping it back, throwing to Adrian Thompson, and he hangs onto it this time for a gain of 10, continuing to move these chains for the Tommies. As now 1st and 10 once again, Jesse Walton doing the play action. He's going to scramble to his right, tries to get to Stone again, however this time it's too short, and it will be a 2nd and 10 coming up here, which entails Jesse in the shotgun, trying to throw over the middle, and this time, you know, it's a little off target. So now we got a 3rd and 10 coming up. We're going to try to get him with the screen here. John Christensen, you know, thought we fooled the corner, but he was able to respond, and that leads to a long 50-yard field goal. We believe in the McAfee, but can he get it for us? And it looks like we're gonna, no, we're just short. So we were gonna come away without any points, but we do have this game day update. Iowa did end up beating Iowa State. So it sucks that we couldn't get any points on the board on that possession, but you know, we are back on the football field. You know, our defense is back out. See if we can turn something around here as UL Monroe gets a easy first, gain about 20 on the play. And now Javen Myers, you know, he's gonna run up the middle again this time. You know, if it wasn't for our outside linebacker, you know, it would have been a touchdown, as he tried to get it to the tight end, but just simply was a miscommunication as David Snyder's stats come up on screen. You know, it looks like the quarterback can run too, 23 carries for 93 yards. But he can throw it too. He's got the arm as he gets it out to C.J. Fletcher for a gain of 11. And then right here, David Snyder's going to drop back again, throw a dart to Jackson as he's able to cruise into the end zone, and UL Monroe strikes first, up 7-0. So now the Tommies need to respond here to keep this game close, as Jesse Walton's going to throw to Chad McKenzie. It's a nice adjustment by the receiver, and it's a gain of 6, setting up this 2nd and 4 as Walton once again will be in the pocket. He's scrambling, he's looking towards his running back, but he can't adjust back in time, which means now it's going to be a 3rd and 4 as my recorder actually acts up a little bit here, but it's still a gain of 4 yards for us, and we're just shy, and we're going to have to go ahead and put this ball away. It's just too early on to go for it. As now Javen Myers, he's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before a gain of 14, as Monroe, the Warhawks, are looking to make this a 2-possession gain as Jackson makes a nice catch. You know, quarterback could have thrown a bullet, could have gotten a lot more, but what do I know? I'm just I was a former cross-country runner. As Daniel Simpson makes the catch for another first. So now The Warhawks going up to the line quickly. David Snyder, he's going to drop back. He's going to throw it to his right. It's Simpson again, and he barrels to nearly the first down marker. It's going to be at about the 30-yard line, as now the Warhawks are fighting their groove early and often, as David Snyder, there's the legs that we've seen with those stats, and he gets it to about the 5, as the Warhawks are in prime position to now make this a 2-score gain, as now Snyder dropping back, throwing to his left, and then Seth Smith with the grab, and now we're down 14-0 all of a sudden. So now the Tommies are right back out onto the field, as Walton, he's going to look, he's going to find John Christensen for a gain of 11 on the play, moving it out to about midfield, as now Walton, he's going to throw to Gibson again, this time for a gain of 9, as the Tommies, we're doing really well moving the ball between the 20s, but we gotta finish these drives off, as John Christensen taking the read option, he gets the first and a little bit more after that, and that's gonna be the end of the first quarter. We're down 14-0, but this drive that we got going right now is looking to make this a 1-score game once again. So now we're back out onto the field. A couple plays into the second quarter. We try to get it to Mark McDaniel, but he drops it. It wasn't a perfect throw, but you got to catch that regardless. We do have to settle for the field goal of now McAfee. He's going to kick it off, and I usually don't show kickoff, so usually that means something is about to go down, as Carter Jr., he takes it out. He misses a couple guys, and now only the kicker is there, but we finally break him down at about the 42-yard line. Definitely didn't need that, as we're trying our best right now to come back into this game, as now Javen Myers, he's going to take the carry up the left-hand side, and there's only Marv Santana guarding the end zone. He's able to get him out of bounds at least. But man, that was a massive gain, and we definitely didn't need that. As now Myers, he's going to get the carry once again. This time he meets a group of Tommies, able to barrel right through them, though, for a gain of 9. Just need to get stronger as a team, though. Still a lot of work that needs to be done, as Marlon Greenwood meets the quarterback, but is able to somehow get ahead for a gain of 2. I didn't think he got that first down, but obviously I'm not an official either, as Jackson, again, he's going to make another catch for a gain of 5, and it's 2nd and goal. Next up, Snyder, he's going to throw to his right, and it's Zach Jackson with another catch, and it's another touchdown, which means we're down 21-3. But we did have some free and outs. So not only did we have a free and out, but they're gonna have a free and out too, which means now Jonathan Marks is set to get it off. He's gonna run to his left. He gets a decent return. However, what ends up happening is that there's a hold, and so we're brought right back to the 21, courtesy of Marv Santana. So now the Tommies are all set, ready to go in the second quarter, but Jesse Walton doesn't have enough time to get the ball off. He had Freddie Gibson over the middle, but I digress. It just did not work out for him, as we now face a 2nd and 10 coming up here, trying to figure out what we want to do here. And I think we're gonna go for just nice little run play. Keep them off balance, keep them honest, as John Christensen goes up the middle, and it's only a gain of 5. So now we got a 3rd and 5 coming up here, as we really need to get something going here right now. As Walton, he's going to drop back the pass. He's going to get it to Mark McDaniel. He's going to catch it and gets to about the 45-yard line. Nice catch and run, as we move the chains and keep the drive alive. As now Walton, he's going to throw it to Stone, and his hands are made of stone as he drops that pass. So now 2nd and 10. Walton, he's going to throw to his left. He finds Adrian Thompson, who gains 20 on the play for a nice first down, as the Tommies look to get their first score, but it's not going to be, as Slimmy gets in front of the receiver, and he's going to bring it all the way back to almost a red zone. Man, what a devastating play, as he had the receiver open and just threw it just off target. And it leads to really great field position now for the Warhawks, as they look to make this even bigger of a lead, and he brings it down to about the 1 yard line thanks to that catch and run. So now Warhawks first and goal. Snyder's gonna try to throw to his right, and he's wide open. Malik Jackson probably gets his easiest touchdown of the day, making it a 28-3 ball game. And things are definitely not looking good for the Tommies here in this first half, but hopefully Jonathan Marks here can make something happen. And he's going down the left sideline, and he's spun out of bounds at midfield. What a great return, and hopefully that's the spark that we need to get back into his ball game. As Walden, he's gonna throw, he finds Mark McDaniel, and he's about the 25-yard line. Great catch and nice route running as well, doing a great job running straight as they find Mark McDaniel again, this time for a gain of 20, and all of a sudden it's first and goal out of the blue. As now Walden dropping back, he's gonna throw to Christensen, and he's able to walk in for our first touchdown of the game. Walden, just had just enough time to get that ball off, throw a good ball to Christensen, and Christensen was able to do the rest. So now we're down 28-10. We still need to get some stops here as Snyder is sacked for a loss of 5. As now we're trying to get them to force a free and out here, but next play is going to be a throw over the right-hand side to Simpson for a gain of 6. The Warhawks now trying to run some clock off as David Snyder, he's going to throw to his left, and he's nearly intercepted. That would have been fantastic for us, but we do get him off the field, and so with about a minute left, we have a chance to cut this to a 2-score gain. As now Jesse Wallen's going to run to his right and get the first down with the legs and get out of bounds, saving the timeouts that we currently have. Very next play, Wallen's going to drop back. He's going to throw over the middle this time to Chad McKenzie, who gets it into Warhawk territory before moving into the no huddle. Try to keep as much time on the clock as possible. He's going to go deep, and he finds Chad McKenzie. What a diving grab for a gain of 35, and it sets up this play right here. Warren's, he's going to run into the end zone, and it's going to be another touchdown. St. Thomas is able to get the last 2 scores of the first half to ultimately cut this to a 28-17 game, and we do get the ball to start the second half. Alright, so welcome back to the second half, everybody. Jesse Wallen's going to start things off. Throw to his right to Kevin Stone, who gets it to about the 40-yard line for a nice first down. Good route running on that curl flat, by the way. As now the Tommies go into a no huddle, which had really good effects in the towards the end of the first half, I should say, as Kevin Stone picks up another first down for the Tommies. As now Jesse Wallen, he's going to drop back the pass, running that air raid, gets it to Thomas Crown, Season 1 custom recruit. He gets it for a gain of 12, showing some decent hands there, actually. As now we're going to try to go off balance, go to our right, and Kristen breaks the first tackle and is able to get upfield for a gain of 6 on the play for, not first down, but, is able to, continue to keep it manageable. As Wallen, he's going to drop back, he's going to look to his right, going to throw to Adrian Thompson, and it goes for a gain of 17 for another first. Things are looking really good for St. Thomas, but can we finish the drive off? Walden going to throw it to Kevin Stone, and he drops it. He was thinking about going upfield before making the catch. So next play now, Desi Lindsay, he's going to run this route. Thought he was going to catch it, but he didn't. The backup quarterback does not catch the ball, and so we actually had to settle for a field goal, but we still making a 1-score game, thankfully. And hopefully we can get a stop here and at least give our guys the opportunity to tie this game up. But right now Whitfield, he has something to say about it, as Chandler Whitfield is able to get it upfield for a first, now in Tommy territory extremely quickly. As Snyder faking the run, he's gonna throw to his right, and he throws a dot to Jaquan Bloomfield, getting them just about in field goal range, at least in the red zone, but it is under review. I didn't think he caught it, but he was actually clearly in bounds. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And, at least it gives our guys a chance to get a little bit of rest before the next play here as Snyder, he's going to actually scramble, and he nearly gets the first down by himself. Although, still keeps that clock running. That is technically on their side. So now, 2nd and 1. Aaron Moore is going to get in there and get the sack and bring him right back. As this now sets up a 3rd and 6. As now Snyder dropping back. He's going to throw to his left, and he's way off target, which means the Warhawks will have to settle for a field goal once again. So we're only down 31-20. So, maybe we can get something to happen here as we throw in between our receivers. And it's an incompletion. So now after incompletion, Wallen's going to drop back again. This time throw to his left to Adrian Thompson. And is able to get her done with the catch and the first. As the Tommies will now move into their no huddle. As, the Warhawks are scrambling. And now going to try to throw over the middle, but is picked off. Any momentum that St. Thomas had just might have disappeared with that throw. He had the right idea. I think he was just late. And now we have to deal with the ramifications of that with now the Warhawks taking over. As Whitfield makes the catch for 10 yards and another first. So here we go. 1st and 10 on the 40. Snyder dropping back. He's going to throw to his left. He's going to find Malik Jackson. He's going to be stood up at about the 33-yard line. As nobody was there to cover him initially. Though Tommies did a decent job of coming up and making the tackle. As Whitfield, he also makes a catch for 3 yards for the first before going out of bounds as well. So next play. Quarterback David Snyder in the shotgun. Marlon Greenwood nearly gets him. He misses, and we're going to pay for it as he... Oh, no, wait a minute. There's a fumble, and Corey Fitzpatrick gets his hands on it. We might have some life, ladies and gentlemen, as Corey Fitzpatrick gets his hands on the ball, and now St. Thomas, is back on the field. As now Chad McKenzie, he's going to get the catch and gain 8 yards on the play. Nice job by our defense to force a turnover. We definitely needed that for sure. As now 2nd and 2. This time Chad McKenzie gets it again. This time he gets the first. As the Tommies are rocking and rolling, we're trying our very best right now to get it back to a 1-score game. Just got to continue to check it down to Chad McKenzie because they're leaving him wide open. Just take what the defense is giving you. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. As now 2nd and 3, Jesse Wallen. He's going to scramble to his right to McKenzie again, but this time he drops it. Does not have Allstate. He does not have those good hands just yet. But now 3rd and 3, we tried to run the option, but Jesse Wallen is brought down to the ground, which means we will have to punt this ball away once again. And, if we're showing punt returns and kick returns, which means something might be going down here as Carter Jr., he goes to his right, only has to deal with a few more people, but it's a nice return. We do get him down, though, so at least we didn't do any return touchdowns. But the Warhawks do start off in our territory, which is something that we definitely don't need. As Myers takes the carry to his right, Marv Santana brings him down, but not before he gets the first, as well as going out of bounds on top of that. So next play, Daniel Snyder's going to drop back. He's going to throw to his left. He's wide open, and we can't make the tackle, so he's able to walk into the end zone for another touchdown. And now we're down 38-20. Things are not looking good for the Tommies as we actually go 3 and out on our next possession. So the Warhawks are right back onto the field once again. This time it's a gain of 11 for Javen Myers. He only has 7 carries, by the way, but already has over 100 yards. He's been killing us, and he continues to destroy us on the ground. He picks up another 17 yards. Man, things have been brutal on the ground, if I say so myself. Next play, Snyder's going to drop back. It's going to be a quick throw. No, he's going to run it, and he's able to somehow dodge and weave through the various bodies that were all around him and nearly pick up the first with his legs. As now they're going to fake the wide receiver quickie, and now Myers, he's going to take the carry up the gut for 12 on the play. And now the Warhawks look to put another touchdown on the board. A nice little insurance score, if you will, as the Warhawks are simply taking control of this second half. For For a second, it was as close as an 8-point game, but now Snyder is going to throw this ball over to Zach Jackson, and all of a sudden, we're now down by, it will be 25 after the extra point, since they obviously do get the extra point. And David Snyder also gets the single game record for passing touchdowns, so congratulations to him too. But now it's our time to try to make something happen here, and when you run into hard times, you just need a good kick return to maybe turn things around. And we might just get that as Jonathan Marks. He's down the sideline, and he gets to about the 42. Another great return for Jonathan Marks, the walk-on who came onto this team, was the starting corner for Season 1. Lost it to other corners, but might be bringing it back as the ball is tipped in the air, but ends nearly picked. But thankfully it falls to the ground and will live to fight another day. Next play, Wallen's going to drop back the pass. He's going to try to throw to his left to Thompson, and is able to make a very nice catch for the first and then some more. As now the Tommies are going to scramble to the line of scrimmage to try and get another play off. He's going to throw it to Thompson again, but he throws it out of bounds, which is unfortunate because we had him wide open. It just wasn't meant to be. So now, in the shotgun, Wallen, he's going to try to throw it, but he doesn't have enough time to get it off. And he's going to get sacked, and that's the end of the third quarter. The Warhawks are running away with it, but we might still have a little bit of fight left in us, depending on how this last quarter goes, nonetheless. Alright, so it looks like Wallen actually got hurt on that last play, so now Desi Lindsay is in the game at quarterback, and we're just going to throw a screen here to try to maybe throw him off guard, but it only goes for a gain of 3, as now we have to punt it back once again to the Warhawks, as David Snyder, he's going to slide down, for a gain of 5. At this point, they're moving away towards their no huddle because they have such a nice lead right now, and they're going to try to run as much time off the clock as possible, because now the clock is definitely on their side right now, and that's definitely not a good sign whatsoever. As Snyder, he's going to drop back, he's going to throw to his left, and it's nearly picked by Jeff Jones, but he drops it. The rain making it difficult to catch anything today, at least for our guys. And then next play, 2nd and 10, it's a halfback screen. We had guys there, but user error. Your boy is not the best at defense, but it's totally fine. Nonetheless, as Greenwood, he's going to try to get to him, but our defense does, and we do get them to punt the ball back to us to try to get at least a little bit of hope going. As Wallen, he's going to throw over the middle. It's a nice play by Oliver. Obviously not a nice play for us, though, and it's picked off once again. That's Jesse Wallen's 3rd interception, and the wheels are simply starting to fall off. Ever since making it an 8-point gain, it simply has not worked out for us whatsoever. As now Jackson tries to stop the touchdown, and he doesn't get there, but other Tommies do, which means now we're at the 1. And look at this, we get a sack on the next play, courtesy of Marlon Greenwood to back him up. And now 3rd and goal. Snyder's going to try to throw it to Zach Johnson, but he drops it. And so we get them to settle for a field goal once again. And now we're down by 4 scores. There's 3.5 minutes left, but, I believe in miracles. Something like, you never know what could happen. It ain't over till it's over, right? As now Jesse Wallen, he's going to run shotgun again. Get it to Mark McDaniel for a gain of 13. Sorry, I just burped. That's kind of sexy, though. As Wallen, he's going to drop back the pass. He's going to try to throw it to RB, but he overthrows him by a long shot. That could have been a very long game if that was actually an accurate throw. But we'll have to try to run it back. 2nd and 10. Get it to Chad McKenzie, and that's on target, though. And it goes for a gain of 21 as the Tommies are moving to the line of scrimmage. Wallen, he's going to try to throw over the middle, and this time it's dropped. McKenzie had his hands on it originally, but it was knocked loose by the defender. So now 2nd and 10. Going to try to get something going here. Corey Fitzpatrick, though, makes the catch. The guy who picked up the phone recovery earlier in today's game, he gets a catch. And then trying this no huddle, and it's just a bad read. Another interception, and that's going to be interception number 4. And that's going to do it here, guys, as we end up losing this game 48-20. We did have one more possession with like 10 seconds left, but in a Hail Mary leap of faith, we threw another pick. So we ended up throwing 5 total picks, and we have to do so much better than that moving forward. Taking a look at the stats for our boys here today, and it was a rough one. Jesse Walden was our starting quarterback today. He had over 350 yards passing, but he had those 5 interceptions. That simply won't cut it. Desi Lindsey, though, he did come in briefly. When Jesse Walden was hurt, though, he completed his only pass for 3 yards. Running game, we only carried the ball 11 times total today and didn't really have much success. John Kristen had 26 total yards on the ground, whereas Jesse Walden, he had 3 yards total from 5 carries, but did have 1 touchdown from the ground as well. The receivers were definitely busy today, and they did put up some decent stats. Chad McKenzie led us with 7 catches, as well as led us with 95 total yards, although the only touchdown grab was caught by John Christensen, who had 6 catches for 20 yards. Adrian Thompson, Mark McDaniel, the true freshman, also had more than 80 yards receiving today on top of that. Finally, our defense was anchored today by Joel Light and Jeff Outlaw, who did have an interception in the previous game. Each of these guys had 7 total tackles today. Then we had Derek Jackson, the true freshman, 60 overall dude. He had 2 total tackles for a loss, as well as those 6 solos, 6 total tackles today. We also did a really good job of getting to the quarterback. We had 5 total sacks today. Corey Ford, Aaron Moore, Joel White, Marlon Greenwood, and then Derek Jackson all had 1 sack to their names for a total of 5 sacks today. We also had 2 turnovers forced, one of which was by the senior Chad Parrish, who was on this team last year. He had 1 of the interceptions towards the end of the first half. And then we had Corey Fitzpatrick, who recovered a fumble in the second half, I believe, whereas Jeff Jones, the other true freshman, was responsible for forcing that fumble. And things won't get any easier, as next time out we will be on the road once again, and we have to play against the Utah Utes, who are a really solid Pac-12 squad. They only have 1 loss. They're 2-1. We're 1-1, so we'll have to find a way to get it done. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, though. Make sure you leave a like, as well as if you are brand new to the channel as well, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as that would help me out tremendously. Until then, I hope you guys have a really wonderful day, and I hope you guys take care.